This is what came in the mail today. I didn't get my charger yet. I don't know if he's actually done the mail. He looked like he might have just been dropping off big packages. And this order did come in a rather large box there. Oops, there it is. And let's see. I got my camera mounted on top. That's the gooseneck, and then the base is down there. Now the base has got 3 screw holes in it, and it'll be screwed into something substantial that will keep her from tipping over. Haven't decided yet what I'll use. And you know, that's I think Bill's idea was to mount it to something that could be moved, which is probably a good idea. But that's a 19-inch gooseneck, so it gives you pretty much height, really. So, and it is bendable, obviously. It's a lot stiffer than I thought it was. It is meant for a microphone, so like I say, it seems to be pretty sturdy, and I'm very well pleased with it. I just can't wait to get it mounted somewhere where I can use it. I think I'm going to have to get a smaller one. It's actually too big. They've got them, you know, all sizes, so I may get a shorter one to complement that one, so I can use it a little bit better places where I want to use it. So that's all I've got to add to this one. I put my battery out of my Sony Bloggy in this because I didn't get that battery charger, so I can't charge the battery up, and it was dead. So that's all I'm going to do for now is do this, and I'm going to combine this with the bench video that I'm going to be doing here in a little bit. I wonder what will happen if I do this. Oh yeah, that's cool. Don't have to move the camera, just move the lens up and down. That's kind of neat. Alright, well anyway, that's all I got for now, so we'll put this with the other video and see you later. Good evening, YouTube. Here with you this evening to share with you a mail call that I got today in the mail. It's from Tony 67Z Vortex 67, and without further ado, let's open it up and see what's inside. Ta-da! That looks pretty good. Very nice sticker, Tony. I now have several in my collection, so I really need to get them put on a board somewhere or something. So also thank you, Tony, for this sticker. I am going to try to get mine out. I keep telling everybody I've got them and everything. I do have them. Okay, there's my stickers. I've had them for some time. Let me see. There's a bunch of them there. I just haven't got any stamps or envelopes, actually. So I need to get both of those and get that done and take care of. Also, I had to change the battery on this. I had just charged it up yesterday, and apparently the battery I used was no good. It must have just a very small charge in it. And so one of the other things I got in the mail today was this. The battery charger for this camera. It's not really much to it. The battery goes in here, it plugs in, has a pull-out plug. Pulls out like that, plugs into the wall or whatever. So that will come in handy for the battery on this. So let's see, another thing, what else I got here? You will remember these tripods that I made. I told you I had bought thumb wheel lock nuts for them, and those arrived today. Let me get those. Here's the package of those that came in. Haven't got them out of the package yet, but let me put one on here real quick and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, that's all the way down, so this much is still sticking up. That's probably not that much. I think I'm going to leave it just like it is. Now the other one might be a little bit more long, I think. But for this one, I think that's perfect. I think that should be just fine. But anyway, basically you put the camera on there and tighten this up against it, and that'll keep it nice and steady. So that's what that is. So that's the other thing I got in the mail today. Now, the thing I didn't get, let me show you this. That is a key to my parcel locker on my mailbox. Those familiar with cluster boxes, they get their mail that way. You know, it's got a bunch of boxes in the one big box. You get a key for it, and then on the bottom there's 4 parcel lockers for large parcels, so they can just leave them in there, and they leave the key in your mailbox. And this is what was in my mailbox. So I went out to get it, and the lock doesn't turn. I tried everything I could think of. I called the post office. They said to put oil on the key, put that in there. I did that. And then when my grandson came home later, he went out and tried it. He couldn't get it either. So they told me to call back Monday if I couldn't get it open. So that's what I'll have to do. And through talking with here, let me turn this around. From talking with Ron, Wally's Place 66, he asked me if I had received the package that he sent, which is the meter that needs to be fixed, and some other goodies that he put in there. And that was earlier today, and I just put 2 and 2 together and figured that's probably what it was. So I called him back and asked him if the tracking indicated that it had been delivered, and yes, it had been delivered. So that's what's in the mailbox that I can't get out. So we'll have to wait until Monday to see what Wally sent me. So anyway, that's pretty much on that. The next time you see the Pioneer SX3700, the top will be off, and I'm going to have either a table or something set up to where I can get into it and work on it. And I will have the tripods where you can see what I'm doing, and we're going to see where that little problem is at. So stay tuned for that. Now, one other thing I promised that I would put up here is the diagram that I made for the dim bulb that will be separate from the actual bench wiring on my workbench. So I'm going to put a shot of that there. Okay, now you've seen that, and it's really pretty simple. It's got the switch, bypass switch. Basically, if the switch is off, it goes through the light bulb and has protection for whatever's plugged into the DUT socket. If you switch the bypass on, then that socket receives full voltage, whether it's from the variac, which should be a variable 100 or 0 to 150 volts, or plugged into a regular receptacle at just 120 volts. So that was the most versatile way I could do it, was putting a plug on there and just using it that way. I think that'll work out better. So anywho, that's about all I have. It's kind of late here. It's probably going on 10 o'clock, I think. Let me check the time. Oh, you know, since they changed the time, it really feels late all the time. I don't know why, but it's only 12 minutes after 8, so it's not that late. Tomorrow I have a trip planned to my old town where I used to live, Vevey, Indiana. We are going to my mother's church. They have having some kind of service where they're honoring the older people there, and like I said, she'll be 90 next month, or January actually. So she's one of the honorees, I guess. I think we're going to go out to dinner. So I probably won't get any video from that, and I definitely probably won't make a video tomorrow, so I thought I'd better go ahead and do this today. You'll notice the first part of this was the little gooseneck that I got yesterday, and I still haven't exactly figured out how I want to do that, but I'm thinking along the lines of what Bill said, old 64 goat. Maybe some kind of rod on top where it can be moved across the bench and mounted anywhere I want to mount it, and that might be a better situation. And also, I'm thinking about making a little adapter that will allow it to be flipped over basically 180 degrees in case I want to put the camera pointed the opposite way or something like that. So that's a possibility. So anyway, I won't make a long video. I've already got the other part of this on the first of it. But I did want to get this out there and get that uploaded, and so I don't have to worry about tomorrow. And probably you won't hear from me again until Monday when I get that package out of the mailbox. So you guys have a pleasant evening. Have a wonderful tomorrow. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.